Shalom, Ambazonia. Ambazonia Blitz. Ambazonia, the weakness, the worst of La République du Cameroon. As in Mutengene, yesterday, in Moyoka, the mother wept for the lifeless body of a young son, where be shot on the head, execution style, by La République du Cameroon, their terrorist forces for Ambazonia. Where in the online video where it don't go viral, the mother cried uncontrollably until he collapsed. The boy, the name na China man, a young boy, where always there around quarter. From information the world get them from Mutengene, there was no amber activities in that area at all whatsoever. No provocation at all. La République du Cameroon, their army them just come out from nowhere, ambush people. They no come with moto. Now the same thing will be see now for other villages. Them will be see the same thing from Congo village, where La République du Cameroon their troops and get inside the village without any announcement. They didn't come with vehicles, and would they tell our people, they plead with them, me them organize themselves into scouts. Now say they do them for all place for the whole war. When war they go, me will not begin to take things them lightly again. We'll be at war. War then be declared on us, whether you like them or not. The war be declared on all Ambazonian. It concern you. It concern all your male picking them, all the teenager them, when a woman them, and your mommy them. No man picking them. No man no be exempted. La République du Cameroon, their army them be on instruction as we see them systematically for execute Ambazonian males, humiliate our population, use force, rape as a tool of weapon, as a tool of war, to subdue us into submission into their will, to become part of their country. No wait until it happen for you before you go know say it concern you. We must organize our villages, our neighborhood, our blocks, to create vigilante groups to look after ourselves. Know your neighbor. Consider every La République du Cameroon occupation forces as an eminent risk to your life. They will kill you for nothing other than you being an Ambazonia. Their idea na for Kiwi until we go subdue ourselves under their rule. The revolutionary leader, Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, addressed this issue. Una listen.
For more than 60 years now, Cameroon has tried desperately to inflict on us maximum pain. Just imagine how Sam Sawyer died when the knife was driven right into his flesh, when he was decapitated. Imagine the pain. Imagine the pain that Mami Api went through before she died. This pain is tangible, it's real, my people. Across the entire territory, families mourn, families really go through this tragedy in obscurity. And we might have an independent country, a scarred society, where the healing process might be extremely very costly for the state, if not probably impossible. There has been a deliberation in the attitude of Cameroon to inflict this level of pain because it understands the consequences on post-independence development in our society. It understands the consequences on the cohesion of our society. A few years back, late Kofi Annan launched the protection of civilians in times of conflict because this is critical. International humanitarian law is premised on the protection of civilians during armed conflict. Cameroon has defied the logic of law, it has defied the logic of war. And what amazes me is that all those who think we should talk with the butchers of Yaoundé, those who build concentration camps to incarcerate our people, treat them with scorn and disdain, have maintained a disturbing utter silence in the face of these tragic events that occur in the glaring view of their international media. They've maintained an utter silence in the face of tragedies that befalls families, because that's how a defeated retreating army acts. And so, if the international community remains quiet and silent in the face of these tragedies, we have the sole responsibility, as we have taken it upon ourselves in the last 3 years, to protect our population, to rise up to the challenge as the last people standing, to defend the very population we fight to provide a political space within which their dreams and aspirations can be realized. And that's why I'm going to launch the Sniper Squad. We need to provide sniper rifles to our guys. One sniper can hold down La Republique's troop from moving into any village. One trained sniper can hold down their troops in an entire city to give our population the chance to move into safe areas before our mobile units can come to their protection. We need to provide sniper rifles to our guys. And that's why I'm calling on all of you. I am asking for volunteers. Reach out to me directly or through my staff. We have the sources. We have the men with the capability to protect an entire city just with one sniper.
Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, the revolutionary leader of the War of Ambazonian Liberation, is asking for direct support for specific things. Sniper unit. I already get first-hand information and experience with those guys under the ADF when I sniper them. They need the equipments to defend our population. Self-defense. Now the only way a human being be given by God for defend yourself and stop impunity and to protect yourself. Now, I want to take this opportunity to give a reflection moment again for Ambazonia them, because I don't watch our eminence, our Holy Father, His Eminence Christian Cardinal Tumi. Yesterday had a talk about their conference will be organized by an agent of Mr. Pobia, the chairman of Mouvement du Progrès for Cameroon. I want to talk for those people then, because there is a big generational gap between the upbringing of those people where they be born them inside Southern Cameroon, where they be been a part of the British Cameroon, and those of the new generation, the post-colonial generation. And this not the problem, this will face them. Because when you see your family the fight, when fight the way your family the fight and with your neighbor, you're picking them, your brother them, the sister them, your auntie the way they stay for in a house. They no fit go begin the story or go shidong for inside house, begin the play card with the other neighbor. It need to happen. We want me to understand the mindset of war. During wartime, you need to think, you need to act, you need to behave like all civil liberty them be as usual. When una dey go shidong, una dey discuss about federalism, una dey talk about how to solve problem them. Una Cardinal Tumi, una Frundi, una de Kawala, una Agbobala, una all the people where they describe una as enablers, because una they enable a semblance of legitimacy and una they provide for La République du Cameroon resources and intelligence for provide for the international community. Say so Southern Cameroonians and so Ambazonian and they want still remain. They still tolerate the idea for vivre ensemble with the French Cameroonians them. I want to tell una the principle, simple common sense principle. So una the shidong for day, una the do na weti. Na tinda we una own family, una boy them way they don't rise up for carry weapon. The selfless generation, the never again generation. They don't carry gun, no be for palava money, no be for palava oil or resources. No, na for our dignity, for our humanity. The least we una fit do am, na for respect the fighting, for respect the people na they defend una, na they fight, give out their blood. people they did die. Una don't see the one way they kill them for Motengene. Once this blood it did drain, once people then they wait, they need to sleep, then they for night for butch, for fight, for defend their villages, for stop the impunity. The least way una fit do am, all enablers, now for show respect for them. Una no fit go begin the shidong they talk about solution for a war where they kill una picking them, they born with villages them. Una no fit go do am. Una no get no moral authority for stand for talk. There is no moral authority for anybody born in Ambazonia to use the word Northwest and Southwest when people are dying for their identity. People are dying for Ambazonia. The only example I can tell you is you are not different from Abdul Karim, who goes around calling himself a Southern Cameroonian. He used the word Ambazonian. If during the time where they kill una people born were villages, una no fit be able for be bold enough for identify una self with una suffering people, but una one begin the kaju, they try for pay lip service, for show the colonizer, so una been the good ones them amongst we, for survive, for come back and rule our land, for make decision on those boys their head. Then una be ready for answer question when una they come back from Ambazonia, because they go detain una. They go arrest una. They go ask una questions. Say una be go for the talk for waiting. Una be the talk on who their behalf. So for all those enablers, who una dey for Yaoundé, when una want come back from Ambazonia, if they want to wait old people them, una bring all una meds in them, because when they go arrest una, me man no talk say I get high blood, I get this one, because una don't violate a cardinal principle for every people. Say all we, the people of the British Southern Cameroon territory, now one people as defined by international law, will not be different from any other person. And when there is fighting going on, when they are killing of your people, your language need for change. Now, una failure for identify and for proclaim for the international war and for our occupier, say this war is about independence. It is a war about the right of self-determination. When una see go the talk, so una want talk for people, therefore find out about which way people they want them. Now for enable La Republic the narrative, for dismiss the declaration of restoration made on 2017, and for dismiss the people who then come out on the 22nd of September and the 1st of October 2017. Face of an ongoing genocide. No be Anglophone their position for go begin tell the enemy or the international community of the availability of other solution like federation. People are dying. If you go out there calling this name Northwest and Southwest, you should be aware that people have died and people are paying with their blood for the name Ambazonia, to the right of self-determination to determine our political outlook. Be very careful the rule you are trying to play. Do not be an enabler. Do not try to demoralize the boys who are fighting to defend the people who are dying, who are being killed, and the villages that are being burned. You all have a duty to honor their sacrifices. I'm talking to all of you, the enablers, Kawala, Frundi, everybody, including Cardinal Tumi. Cardinal Tumi, when I send the message, me reach Cardinal Tumi, I no go send them for you directly. Me understand, say you no be different from Desmond Tutu. Desmond Tutu be stand with the people them. He be stand, he open Tawe school boycott be there for South Africa. He open his own school them for inside church. Me then teach them for the way the black people they will want them. They start even provide birth certificate for South Africa, and the way they be denied, they no fit touch any two way come off for that government in hand, that apartheid government in hand. The church be step in for stand together with the persecuted people. You supposed to stand together with your people, abandon that their job where they rang you for Douala, come back for your homeland, can't stand with your people. Talk say these people are dying for a just cause. The people of Southern Cameroon have the right to determine their future. The La République du Cameroon forces, they don't have any power over us to stop the political process for us to determine our political future. You have to stand on the side of those who are being a target of this war. The idea where they still get them for that their mind, say for stop the war and for go try for tap into to pretend to the colonizer that they understand them, that they can bring and subdue us to accept something that the colonizer want. They will come and say that maybe federation, all these type of things, because they want to please the colonizer. It will not work, because the boys are ready to die. Everybody is ready to die for our liberty, for our humanity. We are not going to live under the same subjugated, subservient mindset of those who colonial era elite. It's not going to happen. This disconnect must be understood properly for us to live in peace even amongst ourselves. Otherwise, there will still be a conflict between the Ambazonian people. It will be inevitable. And also to let the people know, because the Ambazonian fighters in Bamenda in particular have reached out, and for the sake of human life and the sake of the protection of our property, I will talk this one, we come out directly from ground zero. The Ambazonia general, the way they for inside Bamenda, the sleeper cell them. They talk say how during a genocide they see this blood they go on, and they see people, they see open places for dance and for drink with women and be partying in bars the way they are. There needs to be some type of solidarity with the war. There needs to be. Why people are in the bush, people cannot be in the city still opening nightclubs. Nightclubs should not be open at all. This is not coming from me. I'm just relaying the message to save the property of our people. People where they see Brazaris Mimbo, Dreamlands and all those areas. I don't want to talk them out there because the Ambazonian fighter did not actually go for some of these places for Bamenda, and they talk say the proprietor of those places they talk how they don't pay money for some Amba boy them. I want me to understand say this is not about who you can pay, who you cannot pay. Every Ambazonians have to be in the same mindset with the genocide that is going on. You cannot be indifferent with the killing. You cannot be indifferent with the scorched earth policy of La République du Cameroon, with the amount of people who have been driven into Nigeria and into the forest. Be sensitive. Nobody needs to have any consequences or any threat to be able to show sensitivity to the people who are dying. Stop consuming Brasseries du Cameroon BS in Ambazonia. All the enablers, stop going to present solutions to a problem that the people have already decided and they are dying to fight for an independence. That is the solution they have chosen. That is the only path they have chosen. Anybody going to make a suggestion or to go and be proposing on behalf of the Ambazonian people, Federation, be it to La République du Cameroon or to the international community, as we saw they brought some of you guys in front of Karen Barnes, and we have had those information. There is no need to even publicize it. But we want to let you people to do some hard searching and understand how you betray those blood the way the beef spit on the ground. How you betray those boys the way they don't carry up guns. Not because they want for fight or they want for begin take away life, but because they want for protect life and for make sure say not only them, but the future unborn children of Ambazonia will live in freedom. There is a war going on. All we, like one man, must rise up every Monday to show the world. So we want separation from this union with La République du Cameroon. We'll get a duty for support the contender force and provide those sniper rifles. We'll get a duty to organize neighborhood watch from all Ambazonian, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Make the revolution and fighting be short. May our independence, democracy, civil liberty be in Ambazonia forever. God bless you. Capo Daniel signing off.
Não, get on,